to this side of my panel, I think one of the key, the two most buzzing debates I've heard about when it comes to this whole topic is, number one is security, and I guess perhaps it's a matter of familiarity or educating the consumer. And the second part of it has been the viability when it comes to scaling, when it comes to costing, when it comes to basically implementation. What can you tell us about that? I mean, what are we doing in terms of realizing efficiencies when it comes to costs?
We actually deploy typically industrial IoT commercial grade network infrastructure for LoRaWAN. We've sat for about a year and a half now trying to understand the consumer market and how we can actually bring this secure technology to the homeowner. So with this technology, you actually take some of the requirements that an end user needs to understand, from their router to securing it down to preventing certain types of MAC addresses to associate. And if they don't do it well, they leave themselves vulnerable for attacks and hacks. With our technology, it's actually encrypted. So
that means it's not the consumer's problem.
It's not their problem.
That's wonderful. I love it when
that
you
helps.
blame.
Yes. And the other thing we're looking at is pricing. You know, consumer IoT, there is this upper class area where it's a convenience technology where certain markets can actually go there and penetrate that and pay for it. But then there's also this other part of consumer where you really just need it. You need the technology to improve efficiencies across the board inside your home. And how do we get that to everyone? How do we get those solutions at a certain price point that even the normal person on the street can pay for? And SenRa is also looking at that as well, as how can we get these affordable price points to anyone and everyone. You see the new Samsung S9 that's come out. It's 60,000 rupees or something, and people will buy it. But is that needed for everyone? Do you need the Samsung S9? Can you actually make a phone call with a flip phone? And those mentalities are still IoT. It still gets the job done and makes us efficient, but it's now at a price point that people can pay for.
So before I go to Tarini and I go to Anil, I just want to ask you, are there any unique characteristics you've observed about the Indian market? Is there anything you can kind of describe to us?
So one thing we're seeing is safety is really important to everyone. I have two children myself, a 7-year-old and a 6-year-old. And when we first came to this country about December timeframe, when we shifted here, we didn't understand how safe it was. Being in the market, talking to school systems and understanding that this is not just an expat worry, it's actual residents here. We look to see how can we bring solutions that will actually allow parents to know where their children are. So if you take LoRaWAN technology, for example, it has about a 1 to 2 kilometer radius within a hub from your home. So this is an actual tracker at an affordable price that you can give to a child when they go in the street of their neighborhood and play basketball or soccer or on riding a skateboard, and you as a parent know where they are. Current technologies that's been in the IoT space like Wi-Fi, BLE, NFS, even Zigbee, they don't have those extended ranges. So now a person will actually pay for this because it's a thing that they need. They want to know where their children are. They want to be able to track them and know that they're safe.
Okay. Tarini, coming to you. We had a quick chat in terms of what you're observing. You had two interesting observations. One in terms of what